I'm Lauren. I wanted to come on here today and tell you guys my story or my journey to become a Beautycounter consultant. While I'm doing this today, I'm going to be using this balancing and charcoal mask from Beautycounter. I don't know if you guys... It's really refreshing. I've used it before. I really like it. I think it's really refreshing. It kind of has like a pepperminty type smell, which is super nice. So let's see my story. Okay, so it started about, it's been about 2 years, and this is gonna sound really, really silly, but I used to get headaches every single day, and that's not the silly part. The silly part is that I didn't know that that was weird, but yeah, so that was me. I didn't know that that wasn't like totally normal, but my friend once told me that. She was like, you have headaches every day? That's so weird. She told me she gets headaches like once a month, like stress related, and that her headaches go away with like Advil or Tylenol or anything you can get on, like from a drugstore. And I was like, oh my gosh, mine don't do that. Mine like don't go away no matter what I do. I tried, like making sure, like calculating the amount of water I drink every day and doing all that kind of stuff. And so I did all of the natural stuff I thought I could do. From like a very layman standpoint, not doing a lot of research, just like Googling like things to get rid of headaches. And none of that was working. So I saw a neurologist, and she put me on a lot of medications. Like one medication had me I had to be super careful because the side effect was like when it was mixed with hormones, it can cause strokes. So it was like intense, serious medication. And I didn't really want to do it, but like I kind of wanted the headaches to go away. So I didn't feel like I had a choice. So I did it, and they didn't go away. That medication actually helped, that specific one helped them get a little better. But they definitely weren't gone. So my doctor was like, well, and my family has like a history of MS. And she was like, well, let's take like a CT of your brain, like an MRI of your brain, and figure out what's going on. Like maybe there's something physical up there. So let's just check it out, like rule it out as a possibility so we don't have to think about it. And we did that. And I didn't have a tumor, which is what she thought could possibly be causing the headaches. Weirdly enough, I have a few family members that all had tumors like in the exact same spot that also had headaches. So, but that's not hereditary or anything. But I didn't have that. But I did have spots on my brain. She told me that my brain looked like that of like somebody who was in their like 80s or 90s and had been through a couple strokes. Just because I had, these really large spots. And so her only explanation was that I have MS. We did a few more tests that gave us like inconclusive negative results. So I've been doing the MRIs every 6 months for the first year, and now I'm on once a year. And I mean, we talked about what the MS symptoms were, and I, definitely exhibit some of them. I kind of thought they were attributed to other stuff, but I guess that's pretty normal with MS. It's hard to actually know because a lot of the symptoms are similar to that, like the flu and just like common stuff. So it's just really hard to diagnose. But I definitely had some of the symptoms she was talking about, and so when that happened, when I finally got those scans back, that was about 1.5 years ago, and that was just really, emotional, and I went through a lot after that, trying to decide how am I going to live the rest of my life. For me, it felt almost like a death sentence, and I know now it's not. There are so many people that are doing so well, and I joined this Facebook group called the Walls Protocol Facebook group, and that's the Walls Protocol is a woman, Dr. Walls, who has MS, and she made a bunch of changes to her life and managed to get up and out of a wheelchair. It's really inspiring, actually. But there's millions of people that live normal lives and don't have you know, that feeling of, you know, I'm going to die. And so, I don't know, it took a while, but it was good to get to a point where I was feeling better about it. Sorry, I'm like about to cry. It's not the mask, I swear. It's like, this is emotional. So after that, I made a lot of like lifestyle changes. I got way more into my yoga. I did like the yoga teacher training, and now I do that regularly. And I changed a lot of my diet. I stopped eating preservatives and stuff like that. And then I changed a lot of my products. And just because there's so many chemicals in products that can, you know, exacerbate symptoms and cause, you know, growth of cancers and, you know, cause infertility and cause growth of tumors and like all this stuff. So I changed out my products, which is actually how I found Beautycounter. You know, the whole company as a whole, make sure that none of their products are linked to anything like that. In the United States, we have like 30 banned substances from beauty products, but in places like Europe, they have over 1,200. Like, it's crazy how far the United States is behind, considering we're so ahead of everything else. So Beautycounter like tries to adhere to, you know, just better standards for all of their products and healthy standards. And so I, you know, switched my beauty care over, and my headaches really got a lot better. And I feel like that is the evidence that like it works. I know it works. It's hard to tell with MS because my symptoms were very few and far between, but I can tell you the ones that I was getting like regularly, that was happening to me like once a month, were like the little like pain and tingling in my extremities and stuff like that. That wasn't even happening as often. And then this last fall, I was going through something like very personal and emotional that had nothing to do with my health, but my health took a back seat, and I started eating whatever I want. I was using, you know, whatever products were handy or cheap or whatever, and I wasn't paying attention to anything, and my headaches came back. And in February, I had, you know, an MS flare-up that was actually really scary. Thank God for my mom who came over and took care of me, because I was really scared. Oh, gosh. But I'm thankful that nothing that happened during that flare-up was lasting. Like, I don't have any permanent vision damage. I don't have, you know, any permanent movement damage from that. So that's really good. But it did, like, it kicked me back into high gear as far as, like, you know, using better products and just being really regimented with that. So, so that's where I am today, back to using all this good stuff. I haven't had an MS flare-up in a while. My headaches are better. If it's here, that's like making this mask. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can see this, but like the pores are so big because it's pulling out all that oil. Like, I have like an oily T-zone for sure, so my pores are huge right there, and you can see that like my tears are like making the mask not work properly. This is not good. What a hot mess. Anyway, I need to get ready for my day, and clearly this isn't not working out. Plus I need to take this off because it's pretty much dry. You can see all around, but you can see like these huge like pores around my nose. I don't know. I just love the way this makes my like face feel, because I feel like it takes out a lot of toxins. I feel like it's working. Like, I can see it working. So I don't know. That's pretty much my story. I just wanted to, you know, get on here and share it. Like, that's where I'm at in my life. It's why I use cleaner products. I really believe in doing that. I think it really helps. And like I said, I can't like attribute anything from my MS just because I don't really know. It's hard to say, like, you know, why things are happening in my body when we don't know that much about MS to begin with. But I do know on a day-to-day basis, my headaches get better when I do stuff like that. And to me, that's just proof that, you know, this is all working and I'm all doing the right things, and they're the right things for me, and maybe they're the right things for you. But they're definitely right for me, so I'm happy with how things are going. I'm happy with the changes that I've been making and the results that I'm seeing. And so I just want to get on here and share with everyone. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.